Pens. I'm addicted to beautiful epoxy pens, but I don't make them very frequently. And if you're a pen maker, then you know that the prep for pens is so annoying because you've got to rip off the little handle thingy and then sand it off and all this stuff. Well, I'm about to change all of that for you, okay? Because I'm about to put you onto a new product and you're gonna want to snag it before everybody else does, because I have a feeling it's gonna be one of those products that is gone. Anyway, I'm so excited to do this video for you guys. I hope that you love it. I hope that you have so much fun, and I hope that this is a little distraction from you from the stress of everyday life. That is what I'm here for. So as always, thank you for coming. Please like and subscribe. That would help me tremendously. Besitos. I'm going to show you the first amazing thing is the packaging. The packaging is designed for you to be able to reuse it after you're done with your pen and put your finished product in here to save you from having to use your own packaging. That's why you're able to slide the backing right off so that you don't damage the packaging. And to remove it, you just put your little sausage fingers on that little part right there and you twist the tip of the pen just like this. And then all you have to do is put the little piece back onto the pen insert, and now you only have one piece that you have to keep aside. You will no longer have to disassemble a pen with 6 tiny little pieces that you have to keep track of and worried about losing them. It just makes things so much easier. And the packaging is designed for you to be able to put your epoxied pen back in here. So they made it wide. They even made it wider at the top for those of you that like to put charms on your pens, which I think is incredible, because being able to reuse and repurpose the packaging for your customers, get out of here. And you could just put a sticker with your logo on it. They also have mechanical pencils, guys. I'm gonna make one for David. I didn't make one in this video, but my son loves mechanical pencils. It's what he uses for school, and I'm gonna make him some with his name. Now, I know that this has also been a concern with the regular InkJoy pens. I know that it's hard to find refills, and MakerFlo has pretty much refills and replacements for everything. They have the inks in black, red, and blue, and they have these little, the two little tube casings. They sell them by themselves by the pack of 12. The one I showed you previously glows in the dark, and it's for sublimation. So those customers that buy from you guys, you can just tell them, hey, if you want to order from me again, I can make you as many of these little replacement casings as you want, and you can just switch out your designs on your pen every day. Like, that's amazing. They also sell the refills and replacements for the erasers on the mechanical pencils and the lead that goes inside the pencils as well. So I think that's super convenient. I really think they kept the crafter in mind when they designed these, because another thing that I love is that the little tube casings for the pen, they are not tapered. It's just straight. So for those of you who like to use pen wraps, but you run into the issues at the top and at the bottom where you're not able to fully wrap it without it creasing, that's the first thing that I was like, oh, heck yeah. So I just lightly sanded mine, and then I went ahead and cleaned them up with a little bit of rubbing alcohol, 99% alcohol. Guys, I'm telling you right now, I'm a person who doesn't make pens very frequently. I know you guys know this, but the reason I don't is because I don't want to have to go through the whole process of like using my pliers, twisting off the little clip on the side of the pen, using my X-Acto knife to make it smooth, and then sanding it and all of that. It's so much work, and then I always get really bad anxiety because I feel like I'm gonna lose every little piece. So I feel like now you're gonna see a lot more pens from me because this just makes it so much easier. I like to take straws that I know I'm not gonna use and put a little piece of tape on them. The tape helps so that I can get a better grip on the pen casing. I like to use these because it helps me like hold the pen casing comfortably while I'm painting it and working on it. I really like this. I have an attachment for my pens to put on my turner so that I can epoxy them, and these straws fit in there perfectly, and I'll show you in just a moment what I'm talking about. But this is a really good tip for epoxying your cups. I usually use like the colorful straws, so I never use these clear ones, and it's a really good way to repurpose them. Okay, my little chimichangas. So we're gonna do that to every single one of the pens. And then when we're done, we're gonna move into the next part, which is prep. You guys know that I am huge on doing base paint for anything I'm going to glitter so that my paints or my glitters can be even more bright and so they can pop beautifully. So I'm doing 2 white pens. I'm doing 1 pink pen and 1 green one. I do want to let you guys know, I really wanted to gear this video more towards showing you guys the simplicity of using these pens because I know so many people make pens and it's such a process for the prepping and the preserving all the little pieces. So I'm not going to necessarily show you exactly how I made every single pen in detail because then it would be a 3-hour video, which I know my baddies, I know you guys would not mind watching a 2-hour video because you're loyal, but I didn't want to put you through that. So the rhinestone pen, I'm not going to show only because rhinestoning is very long and tedious. And I've done multiple rhinestoning videos. I just recently did one on how to rhinestone leopard spots. So I'm just going to show you bits and pieces of how I made the other pens. This attachment I got on Etsy a very long time ago. I want to say probably, I don't know, a year and a half ago. It's amazing. I love it because when I'm working on the pens, I basically just stand it up and it holds my pens straight up so they're not bumping into each other, their glitter's not falling off and all of that. And then once I'm done and I've sealed all my pens, attach it to my tumbler turner and boom, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to epoxy these bad boys. So yeah, I love it. I'll definitely link it for you guys. So 2 of the pens, I'm going to use this glitter. You guys know once something's like a favorite of mine, I don't know how to chill. It's like my favorite. And I feel like I used to be obsessed with Maestra Magic, which I still am. It's my favorite opal. But right now, this glitter, Las Estrellas, it is so beautiful to me. So I'm using it on 2 of my pens. And then I'm using Bubblegum. Bubblegum's one of my favorite glitters from HIIIII. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. I will link these. And of course, I have a discount code to save you guys a little cash money so you can have more money left to do ratchet tumbler maker activities. Once they dried, I sealed them and then I moved into epoxying just like I would epoxy any tumbler. It's the exact same process. You just have to take your time because now you're epoxying 3 little pens, but it's the same process, you guys, just the way you would epoxy your tumblers. Once these are dry, I brought them inside and we're ready to work on these, guys. They're so smooth after just 1 coat of epoxy. Also, I was doing a live in Baddie University and the Baddies wanted to say hello. I was live while I was rhinestoning and I told them I'm filming and they wanted to say hello. So that was their little hello to you guys. Okay, so I've got my pens ready to go. Now I am going to just kind of remove any of the gunky epoxy that got inside of the pens. I like to clean the rims as I go. I just think it's easier. And then at the end, you don't have this huge pile up. I also gave my pens a very light sanding just to make sure that I had a very smooth surface before I went in with my decals. I'm really excited because there's this vinyl that I have had for a while from HIIIII. Here it is. It is transparent, okay, but she prints it on white ink. So these decals that you see can go over any color surface. I mean, I'm keeping the pen white, but if you had a black pen, you would still be able to place these decals on it and they would be just as bright and vibrant. So super excited about that. So I wanted to do a Dia de los Muertos inspired pen. I thought it would be so cute and I love the colors of all of these little stickers. And one thing that I loved is that I was able to cut out all the tiny little calaveras from the vinyl and use them. And I just kind of put them sporadically in places that I wanted to. Guys, I'm about to put you onto one of my favorite things to do. I love to do dots with acrylic markers. I don't know why. It's my toxic trait and no other marker works as good. I've tried doing this with alcohol ink markers, permanent markers. Guys, nothing works like an acrylic marker and I don't know why, but it's my obsession. I don't like to leave negative spaces in designs. Even if you guys have seen any of the vinyls I have designed, I don't like to leave a lot of negative space. So putting these little dots is a way for me to be able to add, you know, some color in between the calaveras. I left a little bit of room up at the top without a decal because I have a calavera charm. Actually, it's a button that I got at Joann's and I'm going to attach it using UV resin at the end. Kind of how I just attached her on here. So this is my finished rhinestone pen. I'm freaking obsessed with it. Just like I told you guys, I skipped showing you that process because it's a long process. But look how stinking cute, and look how easy to put the pen back together. I didn't have to assemble a ton of stuff. I just had to literally remove the tip and put it on there. Like, I'm excited. I'm gonna keep these pens, guys. That's my toxic trait. I love giving things to you guys, and I want to give you my soul and my heart. You want my kidney? You can have it. You want Jenny's kidney? You can have it. But the pens, please let me keep the pens. Okay, so the reason I'm assembling this pen before it's done, because obviously I'm going to unassemble it to epoxy it, is because I really want to see what it's going to look like with all the butterflies on it. I don't know. It was an idea that I had to help me visualize what the pen was going to look like at the end. So that's why I decided to assemble it and put my decals on. These are stickers that I got from Hobby Lobby. I think it was like $2.99 or $1.99 for the pack. They are beautiful. I had a lot left because I could only use the small ones on the pen. So I am 100% going to be making a butterfly tumbler. So if you are a butterfly lover, leave me a comment and let me know, because I'm going to be picking one of the comments from this video and gifting them that cup. Because don't get me wrong, I love butterflies. They're so beautiful, but butterflies are not my favorite thing in the world. So I would rather give a butterfly cup to somebody who genuinely adores butterflies. So let me know in the comments if you're a butterfly lover. And when I make that cup, I will come straight back to the comments and I will choose somebody and I will send you the cup. All right, so I am also doing my toxic trait here and doing some dots of lots of different colors. I apologize that my bougie camera was focusing on my sausage fingers instead of the pen. Please forgive me. I swear, oh my gosh, I was like, really? My iPhone never did this to me, okay? Why would you do this to me? Okay, this pen was my favorite, guys. Look at my fancy pinky on there. Who do I think I am? I'm using a pink acrylic marker that I got off of Amazon. I will link them for you. And I'm creating these like swiggly, splatter, smashed egg little shapes. And these are supposed to be the base for my flowers, okay? And I'm just gonna do them in different little areas. There's no rhyme or reason. They don't even have to be the perfect shape of a flower. And once I start to go over here on top and go with my outline, you'll understand why. Also, let me not brag, I wanna stay humble, but how cute is the aesthetic of my desktop right now, okay? I've got that. I know you guys are going to ask me about that calavera to the far right, and it's all sparkly and glittery. That is actually a candle holder from Bath & Body Works. It's incredible. I love it so much. All of the other little gadgets and gadgets I got from Home Goods and TJ Maxx. They're super freaking cute, and I just love my little spooky pink Halloween aesthetic. Okay, after I was done with all of my patterns, with all of my little shapes for my flowers, I went in with this really beautiful green. I like it because it's not like a neon green, but it's also not like a deep green. It's the perfect shade of green, if you ask me. And I kind of started shaping out my leaves. Now, they don't have to be perfect, guys, okay? Please remember, anything handmade can never be perfect. And until the day I'm no longer crafting, I will preach to you to not try to achieve perfection. It sets unrealistic expectations, and then we get sad when we find little things in our art. But guys, it's art and it's handmade and it's beautiful because you made it. So be kind to yourself, because I'll be sad if you're not. Okay, so I just went around all the way and did my little leaves. I just kind of chose the areas where I wanted them to be. There was really no pattern at all. I was just going with the flow, kind of doing whatever was tickling my pickle. And then I went in with alcohol ink markers. I used kind of like this, no, this isn't mauve, wine, Merlot. Ooh, I feel so bougie, Merlot. This is like a beautiful Merlot color. And what I'm doing is I'm creating like swiggle lines to basically define the flower. As you can see, I didn't realize that my marker was getting a little bit dry, so I struggled a little bit, but it's okay because it was worth it. The pen turned out beautiful. And yeah, so basically, guys, all you have to do is kind of follow the same shape that you created with that base color and just create like a little swiggle line inside of a swiggle line. And I know that right now you're like, wow, this is so weird, which you're right, it is. But once we get most of our flowers done, you're going to be able to see how it starts to take shape and how it looks beautiful. This is probably one of my favorite things I've ever done. I wish I would have done this on a cup because I love how this pen turned out. This is my favorite pen out of all the pens I made. I do want to tell you that I got too excited because you guys already know I'm an impatient person. So I didn't wait long enough for my alcohol ink pen marks to dry when I went in with epoxy. So unfortunately, I did smudge my flowers just a tiny bit. I still think the pen looks beautiful. I don't think it's ruined. I just wish I had been a little bit more patient and waited, but it's okay because I still love the pen, and you'll see at the end that it doesn't look very different. So my best advice to you would be go get some chicken nuggets while you let your pen dry, because that way you'll distract your mind and you're not going to just be there like, oh, I wish I could epoxy my pen. You're going to be distracted because you're going to be over there getting chicken nuggets at McDonald's. So, ooh, or Wendy's. Ooh, their spicy nuggets. Get out of town. I will give myself diarrhea every single day just to eat Wendy's nuggets. I don't even care. Worth it. No shame in my game. Okay, now you can start to see the pen really taking form because of all the squiggly lines and how I'm defining the leaves as well. You can tell now that they're supposed to be flowers, which is what I wanted. And I hope you guys like it. And I hope that you guys also see how simple it was. You just did a swiggly little blob with your base color, and then you did swiggly little lines on top. That's all there is to it, guys. I really hope to see you trying this pen or on a tumbler, because just have fun with it. The flowers don't have to be perfect to be beautiful, okay? So I hope you love it, because I do. Oh, here's the toxic trait back at it again. I took different colors and I did my little dotting technique to fill in all those negative spaces. And I'm so glad I did, because that's part of my favorite aspect of these pens. I just think the little dots look so cute. But obviously, I'm naturally a dot lover because that's why I fell in love with dotting. Okay, so after I did this, I waited and then I epoxied. I mean, I didn't wait long enough because my inks smeared just a tiny bit, but it's okay. It's okay. It's still beautiful, and you're not going to throw it away just because it's a little damaged. Anyway, sorry guys, I feel very poetic, very poetic. I've been on a social media cleanse and I feel very poetic. Okay, so here you see me struggling a little bit to pull out the straws. That's just because I'm weak. Don't let that fool you, okay? And then I took my X-Acto knife and cleaned up the inside and removed any epoxy that might have gotten stuck in there. And then I assembled my pens again, guys, and it was fast and easy because all I had to do was remove the tip, put the insert in, screw the tip back on, and bada bing, bada boom, you're done. It's fast like your wedding night. I know I've used that before, guys, but it's funny. And you know it's true. Hey. Okay. I just realized, too, that I've been saying the word okay a lot. So eat a nugget every time I say okay. I'm going to try to be more conscious of that and not say that word. Guys, look how fast it was to assemble all the pens. Now I have time to do ratchet stuff. Like, you know, go to Joanne or go snorkeling or watch my 600-pound life, because that's another one of my toxic traits is watching my 600-pound life while I eat nuggets. Listen, you were all thinking it, but I'm the one that said it. Okay. Now I'm going to demonstrate how easy it is to put everything back in its original packaging. And also, despite the fact that these are thicker than a Snicka, there is still a little bit of wiggle room in there. So it doesn't matter how thick you make your pen, it's probably going to fit just fine. I also want to show you that you can put a thick rhinestone pen inside of these with a charm on it. I'm going to show you how easy that was and how well it fit. And also, if you wanted to, in that open space that's on the top left, you can put a sticker with your logo. And it's amazing because you will save money on packaging. Guys, here's my little button from Joanne that I added to my pen. I think it's so cute. And here's my little beautiful pen that I hand painted. It's smeared just a smidge, but I still think she's beautiful. Here's my butterfly pen. She's so cute. And last but not least, here's the queen. Look at her. She's so beautiful. I love it so much. The rhinestones are from Be Createful. I will also link those for you, even though I didn't go into detail about the pen. Here I am putting this thicker than a Snicka pen back into its original packaging, and you're gonna see that it's gonna fit just fine. So don't worry about that, because you'll be able to reuse the packaging and save yourself time and money. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on Saturday. Mwah! Besitos.